All right, so there's going to be a lot of different embellishing that you can learn, and I'm going to show you a lot of the ideas, but we'll start simple. But let's begin with the awesome opening lick. It's the G major pentatonic scale, and the main groove that he solos over for the whole song is a G major chord to a C major chord, but, you know, Hendrix-isms within. So let's start with the lick. We're going to slide from 7 to 9 on the G string with our middle finger. Then we're going to hit 2 times on the 8 of the B string, which is that root, a G note of the scale. And also, I'm tucking this pick underneath my index finger and using my thumb and middle finger to get that kind of meaty tone that he's using for this. He's using his fingers here. So 7 to 9, 2 times on the 8 of the B, and then without picking again, you hammer onto the 10 and then bend it up a whole step twice. And add vibrato on top. The second phrase starts the same way. So 2 bends up on that 10th fret B, but then back down natural to the 10th fret. Then it does the first one again. And then a variation of the second one. And so let's look at that second one, and then we'll play the whole thing together slow. So that second one. So it's up, and then it's up, then ghosted up, pulled back down. But faster than that. And then releases to 2 times on the 8 of the B. Then 9 of the G with that index still there. So you have that note, 9, 8 of the B hammered up to 10. All together, pretty slow, it goes like this. All right, so now we have a G major chord, and he's got those big long fingers. So he's doing he does a lot of thumb stuff. I'm not much of a thumber, but for the G I'll do it. But I think that's it for this one for me anyway. And it's all going to work the same way. So you have the G major chord. So it's like, you know, thumb on the 3rd fret E, that little F shape. You have your pinky that can be added to the 5th fret of the G string. Then it goes to a C major chord, and there's different options. There's definitely more than one guitar part going on, but so you have the classic C major. But what's really good is that major Hendrix chord that's based off of this one, where you would bar the 5th fret on the A string across, and then hammer up to the 7 of the A string with that shape. So G chord, then a C chord. Very simple so far. So you can add your pinky to the B string, G string, and the high E. So G to C. So there's two really cool C chords that are nice substitutions. One's a C major 9. You can do 3rd fret, 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd of the B, pinky on the 4 of the G. That's a C add 9. He does like that chord. I don't know if he actually voices that, but I mean it's in that world. You also have the C6-9, which is like a regular old C add 9, but you just bar down with your index. So you're getting the 2nd fret D and G with the chord. And you could even just play the low 3 strings of it. So that's another one. And then you also have the Bold as Love kind of embellishments. Well, lots of Hendrix embellishments here. But check out Bold as Love lesson that I have on Marty Music. It'll go more into depth, but it's a thumb thing. So for like G major, you'd have. And so for the C, you'd have. Just that stuff. A lot of stuff in Bold as Love that translates right into this. So let's go back simple. G, gravity. G, G. C. So there's something that does happen as a theme guitar-wise that he does. Just around this little part right here. So 7 on the D and 5 on the G, slid up a whole step and back. And that just comes from the scale, the G major scale. And then the Hendrix major with it. Lots of that Hendrix stuff right in there, but G to C. Then we go to A minor 7, and that's another thumber, but I'm going to play it where I just bar across the 5th fret all with my index finger. Then ring finger is going to be on 7 of the D, and then pinky's going to be on 8 of the B. And when I'm picking with my right hand, I'm just avoiding the A string. He is kind of muting it out that way. But that's just, my fingers aren't comfortable like that, so. Okay, I'm not as good as John Mayer. Then all you got to do is slide your pinky down to 7 of the B, and then we're going to play root 5th fret A string. So that's what we're going to do. So that next little move there, it's a G minor chord. It's a G minor inversion, so it's got what's called the minor third in the bass of the chord. It's a G minor, but what you're doing is you got your index on the 5th of the D string, and then you got to reach over to the 6th fret E string, which mutes the A string. Ring finger grabs 7. So you could also look at it this way as a power chord. And then your pinky is on the 8 of the B. And that's a G minor. It just has an inversion. It's an inversion, different note than the root is in the bass. Then you just scoot that middle finger over, and now you play it as an E flat major 7. I'm not really hearing that B string in there. It works though. I'm hearing more of these 3 notes. It gets in there. It sounds really cool. Then that D7 again. So the whole part, A minor 7, D7. That weird G minor, E major 7, E flat major 7, sorry, D7. He solos major pentatonic and little elements of the major scale for most of it, but then when you hear him change gears and it adds that little soul element, that's when he's switching to the minor pentatonic just for a bit. So that's just another little tip there. But start with that, and I hope you have a good time.